It's Week 14 of the 2022 season. And coming up, we'll see Derek Carr. After his last game, now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Bills and the Jets, and it's coming up next.
Winter is just around the corner as you get a look at Highmark Stadium just south of Buffalo, New York. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the New York Jets and the Buffalo Bills. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And CD, you look at the Bills in this matchup. Their offense is one that doesn't rely too heavily on just one guy. They like to spread things around as best they can.
You're right about that. It's a diverse unit, and they like to run their offense by what they call game plan, meaning each and every week they study the opponent, they probe its weaknesses, and they move the ball around that way. They emphasize who's going to get it based on what they think they'll accomplish in that game. Other teams, they're a system team. They're going to run what they run no matter what. I like this style of offense. It suits them well.
Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They're led out by Kirk Cousins, former Michigan State product, who's now in his 11th NFL season.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's second down. The numbers for him from a week ago: 13 carries, 58 yards.
They've won 2 straight games, and they've done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
From the 27, Cousins. Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire. And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. Cousins. He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okwuegbunam. And he is going to have a Jets first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Cousins now. Two yards on the pickup there, and that'll make it second down. From the gun, here's Cousins. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Throwing, Cousins. He's going to let this one go deep. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. They're led out by the 9th-year starter out of Fresno State, Derek Carr.
It's been fun to watch his development through the years, and right now what you see is a very confident quarterback who has a strong sense of self, totally understands the offense, and knows how to get the ball to his playmakers on the run. On first down, Carr.
to the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Charles, that's a route that you and I have seen time and time again in our years up in this booth, and that executed well and a great throw, too.
And sometimes, even if you know it's coming, the execution will trump whatever you do on the defensive side of the ball. Plus, it was a well-thrown football. A nice, healthy gain right there.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
The numbers from McLaurin a week ago, comfortably up over 100 yards when cruising past that number, and 2 touchdowns.
How'd you like to be the D coordinator this week? He watched that game last week, and I know his first thought was, we have to find a way to take him out of the game plan. We cannot let him do that to us.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw complete there to Berrios. It'll be a pickup or throw. Good enough to earn him yet another first down. The Bills at 8-4 now in the year, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. To throw again on 2nd down. Carr over the middle. He gets it to Berrios. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 44-yard line. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play and just finish them off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
Again, it's Carr. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. And they came into play here off 2 straight victories. They're back to 500 on the year. But, Charles, is this little mini run coming too late to salvage their season?
Well, they definitely dug themselves a hole that leaves them needing to play almost perfect football from here on out. But I do believe they think that they've got this thing turned around, and they are capable of doing exactly that.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Now Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory.
And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one.
We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. Here's Cousins.
And he'll look underneath here for Edwards-Helaire. And he is going to have a Jets first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
and they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
First and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. They'll get this down to the 38. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Cousins. He's got the connection to Moore. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. To throw is Cousins. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Trey Flowers in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Out come the Bills as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. Now the current playoff picture, and you can see they are one of those 3 wildcard teams, at least for the moment, but they have not clinched that spot, Charles. And look, their message has been clear. We're keeping our foot on the gas to the very end.
And how about the theater and the drama that's involved, partner? The best part, we've got a front row seat to it all. And I think this is obviously the ultimate goal when they added a 7th seed to the playoffs back in 2020. More drama, more teams in it late in the season, and more importance on games like this.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy's setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the toss, Madison. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. This defense for the Jets, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
There's a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 12 yards that time and a Bills first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Carr going to throw. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. To throw on 2nd and 10. Carr. This goes out wide from Madison. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. They'll try to get it on the ground with Madison. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Well, these two teams faced off earlier in the year, right around mid-season, back in Week 9. And it was the Bills winning on the road, so they look for this sweep here in Buffalo. Jet sweep. Carr bats it forward. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
This drive didn't end well, but if they can keep stringing these together, they'll like what they're doing. That was an 8-play drive before it ended in a fumble. So the takeaway's got to be doing what we want to do and doing it well. Just got to take care of the ball at the end.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 37. The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
We're scoreless after one. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter. A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. On 1st and 10, Cousins. He finds his tight end Goddard. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. From the 45 on 2nd down, Cousins. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Now Cousins. Eluding the pressure right. A pass complete to Moore. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And that's complete to K.J. Osborne. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. Edwards-Helaire now off the option. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
Holding offense.
Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coached some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. I want to take that course.
To the air again, it's Cousins. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The accuracy lacking there for Zerline. It's off to the right, no good.
The visiting kickers for years have had trouble with field goals here in Buffalo. The winds off nearby Lake Erie can really play havoc with your ability to aim the football correctly. And we saw an example right there, no good. As we roll on here in the month of December, Week 14 coming up tonight, we got a good one in the AFC West. Get the parkas out, Kansas City and Denver from the frigid Empower Stadium at Mile High. And then tomorrow night, you can turn those parkas in for some shorts, golf polos, and flip-flops. Monday Night Football in Arizona. Patriots, Cardinals, 8:15 Eastern. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one.
We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw his Carr. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. 85 catches for him on the year now. The result there is a 1st down. to his right. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Okay, take us to school here, Charles. On a play like that, pretty successful RPO. What's the quarterback looking at?
Basics, he's looking at the defensive end or the outside linebacker. If that player crashes down to take the running back, quarterback pulls it, runs to the outside end. Some teams, though, will read different players depending on defenses, but basically it's that outside player.
Here's Madison running on first down. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Carr. And he'll complete this one to Berrios. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with him for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Running from the shotgun with Madison. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. From the 22, Carr. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. They'll go Madison up the middle. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Bills touchdown. Alexander Madison, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Bills post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
In as many coaches' meetings as we sit in, we hear the word finish all the time, don't we? And on that play, the back actually finished getting into the end zone, breaking the last tackle. Tried to wrap up, tried to use the proper technique, just wasn't able to get it done.
Extra point up and good by Bullock. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown scamper from Alexander Madison. Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And New York set to take the field. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a 1st down. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Cousins from the gun on 3rd. Open man is Osborne. He's got him. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
Cousins on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Moore. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a 1st.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a entire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
Meanwhile, Cousins throw complete there to Moore. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 32-yard line. They'll throw again. Cousins. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Zerline's kick is up and through, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
This offense returns to the fold along with running back Alexander Madison. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Back deep to return is K.J. Osborne. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. This is taken at the 15. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The offense for the Jets ready to take over. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
1st down now, but that clock rolling. Cousins throw here pulled in by Lazard. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Throwing again on 2nd down. Cousins. And Lazard's got it again. 7 yards there and a 1st down. And it's a rush to the line right now for the Jets. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Throwing is Cousins. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. And it bangs off the right upright, no good. And that will keep this a 4-point game. And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound Brandon no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And with a 7-3 lead, we'll see how aggressive they want to be. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've reached halftime here in Orchard Park with the Bills taking the lead into the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. Let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. On now to a look at the next-gen stats for the Jets in that first half. And despite the fact that they're down on the scoreboard, they were able to have some success throwing the football in that opening half. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they too didn't throw the ball as well as they would have liked. And I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Braxton Berrios selecting to bring it out. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And the Bills offense set to take over to begin quarter number 3. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. They'll start on the ground with Madison. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Going to run with Madison again. 75 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
When they needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Carr.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Eric Rowe.
And the Jets are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
There's DJ Moore as he and the rest of the offense head back out there. And the previous drive put him up over 1,000 yards for the season. So now it's what you like to refer to, my friend, as gravy time, right?
It is. I mean, he's done it, right? He's accomplished the goal. So the good players, they relax a little, they bask in it. They think this is, okay, we've done what we set out to do. The great players decide to push that number as high as they possibly can. I don't expect him to have any let-up in his game the rest of the way.
Great thing if you're on the opposite side. He's such a weapon. He just opens things up for the other guys around him.
Yeah, if you're the opposite receiver, you should expect a few passes to come your way, too, because I've got to kick coverage in his direction.
Cousins now to throw on first down.
And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
On 2nd and 10, Cousins.
Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Finding Edwards-Helaire once again. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot, and that will keep this a 4-point game. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
This offense returns to the fold along with running back Alexander Madison.
He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the 3rd quarter. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Another carry now for Madison. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
From midfield, here's Carr.
They'll get this underneath to Madison. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Now a give to Madison, and he is going to lose yardage here.
And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one.
We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. On the handoff, it's Madison. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Carr. And able to connect with Berrios. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I don't care what level of football you play, this this one was a universal, wasn't it? When we were kids and we played touch football, remember we get in these positions and you just say, everybody go along and hope someone will come free.
So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. They'll run with Madison. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Again, Madison. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Alexander Madison, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And they're able to add on to their advantage. But just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Bullock good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown scamper from Alexander Madison. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. Cousins. And that is incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Cousins out to the left there and complete to the tight end Goddard. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets 1st down. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Cousins looking left side. That's caught by Moore. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And that throw there going to put him over 4,000 yards passing now for the season, maybe strengthening his MVP consideration.
And you figure with still a handful of games left to play, 5,000 yards is not totally out of the realm of possibility. The way he is playing, I think he's going to get there.
1st down. Here's Cousins. And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, complete. That's Osborne. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for the first with Edwards. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Cousins. Finds Lazard quickly on the slant. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. From the 31, Cousins escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Cousins now. He'll get that complete to Alberto. And he is going to have a Jets first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Here's Edwards-Helaire. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 43 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Cousins. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we play 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Cousins on 3rd and 2. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Osborne. Touchdown, Jets. KJ Osborne, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
So that challenge, a successful one. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Cousins to throw it. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Dallas Goedert, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets are back within a score. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Cousins will try and throw. And this is caught. They got him. And that could be an important 2 points that gets them back within a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Berrios now from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And as we take a look at the playoff picture, certainly still a lot of jostling to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team. Far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
So much to play for. And remember, 7 teams in each conference go to the playoffs instead of 6. And not to mention, remember when the league made that move a few seasons ago to put divisional games at the end of the year? So you get to week 16 and 17, you're playing for playoff spots, and you're playing divisional games. Couldn't be more exciting than that.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. To throw, it's Carr. Flush to his right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Jets will take over. And New York set to take the field. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Cousins. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Ty Summers. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Well, the number 1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. Here's Brian Anger now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Carr now on 1st down. This goes out wide from Madison. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Carr going to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Carr now to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Carr again. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. From the 41, Carr. Throw to the right, taken in by Berrios. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Got a man. It's Berrios complete. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Again, it's Carr. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to swell the lead to 6. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and that will keep this a 3-point game. Maybe an important 4th quarter miss as this stays a 3-point game.
Yeah, now overtime is very much in the equation here. Just what you mentioned, a 3-point game. They get a drive, put it through the posts. We could have some free football, couldn't we?
And the Jets set to take the field. Their defense was able to hold serve, albeit with a little help from that missed field goal as they settle in now 1st and 10. And right side, they're going to go option here. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. On 2nd and 11 now. Cousins. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. On 3rd down, Cousins. And that will be incomplete. Here's Brian Anger now. He's been terrific so far. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you on that. I think at this stage, they'd love to not run him back out there in a tough situation. But let's face it, they may have to. So right now, the head coach is talking to the offense coordinator and saying, call this game like we're going to put it in the end zone. Let's try and take the field goal out of it.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Carr to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Only 3 there on the screen. It's 2nd down. Now Carr. Middle of the field. He's got McLaurin. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 42. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
So in Jet territory at the 42-yard line. Madison. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
So with your team leading in the 4th quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Carr. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. Shotgun now for Carr. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch.
They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Bills drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Jets are going to get the football back. So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out there and stop him. I like the confidence he showed.
Here's Cousins. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down. And it's a rush to the line right now for the Jets. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Cousins. And this nearly intercepted. Probably should have been. Had he caught it, it would have sealed it. Instead, one more chance coming up on 4th down. Cousins to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Going on the ground with Madison. And he'll go down at the 28. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. The Bills on their way to victory now as they take the knee. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the 2nd half. The Bills on their way to victory now as they take the knee. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Carr down to a knee, and that ought to just about do it. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to swell the lead to 6. And the kick is good. See whether how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over.
We all just got a heck of a show, partner. This was a close game for a long time. Close at half, close down the stretch. Home team finds a way to get it done, a narrow victory.
Yeah, they finished with a flourish, didn't they? Because there were times where each side looked like they were the better team out there. And the outcome was in doubt for much of this game. Every snap seemingly more important than the previous one. Great effort from the guys visiting, but in the end, how about those guys in their home stadium finding a way to win?
So for Buffalo, it's a very important win as they move to 9-4 now on the year. And they'll have another home date next week as the Miami Dolphins come to town. Meanwhile, for the Jets, it's a potentially fatal blow to their playoff chances as they drop to 6-7 on the year. And they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions.